In this episode, I let you know how you can become a positive influence in the workplace.
I think I've had enough of you. I don't have time for you. I don't wanna see this through. Had it with the things you do. I think I've had enough of you. I don't have time for you. I don't wanna see this through. But maybe, just maybe, one more dance, little bit of romance. Go ahead and take my hand, 100-second chance.
Being a positive influence in the workplace isn't always the easiest thing. There are nosy coworkers, annoying coworkers, and truly I know a lot of you out there just don't like your jobs. In this episode, I'm going to go over a number of ways that can improve your day-to-day grind and also improve the lives of those around you because of it. I first want to discuss bringing value. Now, bringing value does not mean to yourself. It means to those around you. When I first got my job, after I learned my initial tasks and what I needed to do day in and day out to succeed, I didn't initially look on how I could level up the quickest and how I could climb the ladder the fastest. What I did was I looked at those around me, those who I share a workplace with, and think, what are the typical barriers between my department in accounting and what they do in their day-to-day tasks? Whether it be sales, whether it be purchasing, shipping and receiving, all of the above, I wanted to look at how I could strengthen that relationship and break down those barriers to make my life not only easier, but make it easier for all of those around me. An example of this is sales. Sales and accounting don't always have the easiest relationship. The reason for this is because accounting, admittedly, is always pushing for payment terms to be less, is always pushing for payments to be strictly on time. And in return, when this doesn't happen, accounting can often push on sales to say, hey, contact your buyer, figure out why this is happening, figure out why they aren't paying the terms, why are they paying late, etc. Sales is obviously not a fan of this because understandably, they have to be the lifeline between the company and the customer. So they always want that relationship to remain positive. And typically when asking and hunting for money, this does the opposite. So once I figured this out, I thought, how can I make this easier? I obviously have to have a strong relationship with the sales department because they're the ones who know these customers the best. They're the ones with the best contacts. Going through the accounts payable department, as those of you in accounting know, is not always the easiest thing. It's actually quite painful. So what I did was think, how can I make it so that I'm always the bad guy and that sales always will continue to get painted in a positive light? What I did was implement that anytime that a customer is paying late and I need the sales guy to be involved, they can go from a point of, hey, accounting is pushing on me, this needs to get done, here's a form letter, or here's a letter from our accounting department, from our CFO, from our controller, etc., that shows that we need payment or we need to know why we haven't gotten payment from you yet. And then sales can go, my hands are tied. I just need this information. You know that I trust you guys. You know that we have this relationship and I know you guys are good for it, but accounting's breathing down my neck. I really just need to know this. So what this relationship did, in turn, was make it so that now I know that I can go to sales with any issues that I do have because they know that I'm always looking out for their best interest. I'm bringing value to their department, and in return, they give me what I need and help me out where I need it. Another example of this is that when people are looking for a raise, they typically go on salary.com or any of those type of sites and think, okay, if I want to get paid like this, if I want to get paid X amount of dollars a year, I have to be doing this, this, and this at my job. I can tell you right now that that's not the best way to go about it because typically at a job or at a workplace, there's going to be people already doing those jobs. And unless you're trying to push people for their role, which is never going to go over well for you and for the relationships that you hold with your coworkers, you'll need a new way to go about it. The way that I would suggest is go to people who are higher up than you. If you're an accounts receivable person or just an accountant, look to the controller, look to the CFO, and think, how can I make their lives easier? This is bringing value to them, and in return, hopefully you can get some stuff passed down to you that'll make you more valuable to the company. What I did was I go to the CFO and I ask, so what are the things that you like to do the least? What are the tasks that take up the most time in your day? What are the tasks that you, if given the opportunity, would love to have off your plate? And in return, I was given those tasks. Now, these are not going to be the most fun tasks. If somebody doesn't want to do them and they take up the majority of their time and they don't have fun with them, you're probably going to get the grunt of the work. But this is how you bring value. This is how you become valuable to those above you and to those around you. To come full circle, when it's time that you want to ask for a review and ask for a raise, your boss is going to ask around. Hey John, how do you think Sally's doing? Oh, Sally's great. Every Friday she sends out this report for me. I don't have to ask her to. It's not even part of her job, but she's a huge help on me. Hey Rick, how is Sally doing? Oh, Sally's seriously the biggest breath of fresh air. Every time I see her walking around, she's asking me if I need anything. It seems like she's always, caring about how everything's going at home for me, how my job's doing. She's always asking if I can do stuff easier. And your boss is going to go, man, I really, really hated doing that reconciliation every month. That was the most stressful part of my month. It took me 2 days at month end every time. And now Sally knocks that out. So I'm for sure going to try to keep Sally around, because if she's gone, then I got to get that task back. This is how you get a raise. This is the easiest way to get more frequent reviews. Bring value to those around you. It is not a foreign concept. It is the quickest way for you to succeed and level up in the workplace. And in return, the people around you are going to respect you more. You're going to have great relationships. It's just truly all around going to be a lot better for you and for everyone else. Second, let's discuss those who complain. There's probably nothing worse in the workplace than those who are always ragging on their bosses, those who have all the gossip about their coworkers. It's quite possibly the biggest fall of any office space. So don't be one of these people. I cannot stress this enough. This is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but could almost be the most effective outside of bringing value. I feel like this doesn't need that much more explanation. Just make sure that you're the person that people go to, the people who do complain, or the people who, when they're having a bad day, they feel like they can go to you not because you're going to complain and gossip back with them, but because you can put a positive spin on their day, because you can be a positive influence and get them out of that rut. That's truly bringing value to people, and that's truly being a positive influence. It does no good to complain back to people, because at the end of the day, this is just going to be a circle of negativity and bring down the entire environment of the workplace. Last but not least, I want to discuss just being happy and just being kind in the workplace. If you're bringing value to everyone, if you're not complaining, people are coming to you for pick-me-ups and to make their day better, this is probably already happening, but I just want to point it out. There's so many people in the workplace who just are negative all day, which is understandable, because I'm not one to knock people for having jobs that they don't like or for not enjoying their jobs. I completely understand that you got to put food on the table and that sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, you've got to just make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. You don't want to spend your life complaining or at some place that you don't want to be at. Meaning that when you go to work every day, it can really make a big difference if you're just happy and kind to those around you. I know you're not going to get along with everyone. This isn't a fairy tale life. This isn't a fairy tale movie. But if you're happy, you're bringing value, and you're not complaining, more times than not, you're just naturally going to get along with your coworkers. You're naturally going to get along with your bosses. And it's just going to make for a great experience for everyone. For you, for all of those around you. And it's going to really open up the door for you to level up, for you to succeed, and just for a better and happier working life. You're going to spend a lot of your life at work. Majority of it actually, not including sleep. So make sure that you enjoy it. Make sure that you're happy to go to work every day. And these 3 things I feel are crucial, absolutely crucial, to making sure that this happens. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that these 3 tips really do help you become a positive influence in the workplace. I hope that they help you everyday working life. Leave a thought in the comments. Leave any suggestions that you may have. I'm truly anxious to hear them. If you do turn these practices into reality, I want to hear how they went for you. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate your time, as always.